I'm back out here again. It is the very next day, and you can see there is a lot more dirt than there was here yesterday. See, all of this sand over here is being brought in for the drainage field, the septic field, and that'll be pretty much the grade on the yard right now, unless we want to go ahead and grade this out a little bit further. So I think that looks pretty good. I'll definitely have to have Jessica come out though. She'll be the final decision maker on if she wants this graded out a little bit further than it currently is. But she's always been saying that she likes the house being up on this hill. So I think that'll be perfect. Let me hop up here on the top of the sand and we'll take a look inside the house. So we got 4 feet of sand all around the outside of the foundation. Here will be the garage. You could see how much snow that we actually got last night. Probably about 2 to 3 inches. So all the sand's in here now, compacted down. Sand is also in the front porch as you saw yesterday. And they got this completely full of sand in the back porch. So all that fill is done. This of course will be the basement. The crock is right down there underneath all that sand. And sand is now in the egress windows. So the egress windows are going to have concrete poured in them. So that sand needs to be brought up a little bit further in there. Take a quick peek down in there. So you can see that drain is right there in the center, and that just drains down along the sock tile that is running along the outside of the foundation. I just got done driving on the roadway a little bit more, trying to get the frost in and harden this up a little bit more. This road seems like it's pretty hard. We'll see when they go ahead and start digging the pond tomorrow. I think I mentioned this yesterday, but all that sand out of the pond is going to go ahead and be used for over there on the driveway, and then the clay that's underneath that sand we are going to go ahead and use for grading out this side of the yard. But yeah, that'll be right on the other side of those dirt piles. I also drove on this roadway, sunk here and up there a little bit, but this one seems pretty solid here as well. If they start sinking a little bit more, we might have to go around the outside by that ditch back there and head it over to where the off-road dump truck's been coming through. So this is the area that the off-road truck has been coming through, bringing the dirt from over there where the excavator is. I'll be taking a walk over there right now, but it looks like they're going ahead trying to smooth a little bit of this off with the bulldozer. Actually seems like this has a bottom in it because the off-road truck is not really sinking any lower than this is right here. So like I was saying, if those roadways break down, they'll have to come around, haul over this side and come over here. Gotta be careful though, because that gravity drain is running through right there as well, so might have to bank some sand around up on the top of it, create a little bit of a bridge to come over that, and then can shoot across here and go to where our driveway will be, right behind that excavator over there. All right, let's head on over there now and see how big of a hole we got over there in that area. Before we head on over to the other side, I'm going to jump into some drone video here. The off-road dump truck just finished dumping a load of sand. I mentioned this in the last video, but we ended up having 8,800 cubic yards trucked in here total. Not, I guess, trucked in, but from our property moved around. So it definitely was a lot of dirt moving happening. There will be a ton more yet to come on this channel. I think there's 7 to 8 videos just on the excavating and the fill dirt and digging the pond and moving it to the driveway. So all of you guys that like seeing all this dirt moving going on, make sure you subscribe down below and pay attention, because there is going to be a lot more of this. The drone is up at about 400 feet in altitude. Just kind of taking the drone all the way up here and looking over, I think, the roadways, seeing where the pond is going to be. That roadway over there on the bottom left ended up holding up really well. The timber bridge, when they went to start using it, was completely solid, so that roadway didn't break down at all, and they were able to use it the entire time to truck from the pond. Kind of just pulled up a little bit out this direction to film where the truck had been traveling. You can see in the field here, looks like we got some really nice black dirt where the field is located, but that's where it got a little bit soft with that off-road dump truck. And then over here in the top right hand side, you can see the excavator over there waiting with this bucket full of sand to go ahead and load up that off-road dump truck full one more time. And again, you can kind of see that the hole over here is getting a little bit larger. This is pretty much all that they ended up taking out of here. So this is how it looks current day. Springtime, when spring comes back around, they are going to use the bulldozer, level this all off nicely, maybe use a little bit of that topsoil and clay to put up over the top area here, because this will be the existing current and future farm field. We're going to let the farmer farm this area again this year. You can see how many weeds there are at the top of the screen. We did not allow him to farm this last year because we thought we were going to be building this house a little sooner. I guess we were being really ambitious. So we went and told the farmer, do not plant this last year, because we didn't want him to plant it and then have to use some of the sand over here and end up ruining his crops to dig up this area of sand. So that is the reason that there is so many weeds there. But this year coming up, this will all be farm field where those weeds currently are. Again, great shot of the excavator going ahead and filling up the off-road dump truck. I'm going to stop here and include some of this video at the end in the raw video section and jump back into the video that I was filming when I was on site. Now over here on the other side where they've been digging the sand out, you can see how much of a hole there is here. It's actually tapering off to be not as much sand as there was over there by that pile. Probably only about 2 feet of sand over here now. And over here, literally no sand right there. So after they go ahead and get as much sand out of here as we need for around that last little bit of the house and filling in the septic field, then we'll be done with this hole. We can go ahead, kind of grade everything all off nicely here with the rest of the field and get that flowing to the ditch over there. Again, I'll probably include some of this raw video at the end of the video as well. I'm going ahead and following the off-road dump truck back to the location where the house is, and going to go ahead and watch him dump the sand. This is just leading up into some of that raw video, so right after this drone clip, we'll have some video of the bulldozer going ahead and leveling off all the sand over here. So right here where he's dumping this will be our future septic field. That is where we're planning on putting it. So that will be some more work that is going to be happening in the springtime. At the time of me filming this voiceover right now, they are supposed to be framing our house this week. So really exciting time. Should be seeing a ton more progress very soon, and really just can't wait. Let me pan the camera around here a little bit further and get a nice shot of the sand dumping out of the back of this off-road dump truck. You can see one of my cameras there on that post in the background with the orange ribbon around it. Put some orange ribbon around it so that it would really stand out, and made sure that no one would hit it. And no one's hit it so far, so knock on wood, we're actually doing pretty good there. But yeah, a lot of progress happening. I'm going to jump into some of that raw video now. If you've liked this so far, make sure you go down below, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and leave any questions and comments you have down below. And until the next one, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below.